Is this Jimmy Reefercake calling from 207? Who's this?
Hey, I made it through. What's up, Sam?
What's up, Jimmy?
It's almost like every libertarian who calls up your show, the first thing they say is the war on drugs, right?
Right.
And, you know, you agree with that part, right? So
right.
I don't understand why can't we
You understand
that
under Ron Paul's idea of libertarianism, that the issue is not the war on drugs. The issue is that the federal government has no authority to wage such a war and shouldn't. But the state of Maine, they could wage a war on drugs.
Yeah.
Ron Paul would have no problem with that.
I think that, though, if you're going to make a real honest, or not honest, I mean a good analysis of the situation and why Ron Paul's so popular with young people, and I know that, you know, Matt and you are very
I agree
smart.
with you. Listen, I agree with you. Obviously, ending the war on drugs is very popular with young people. Absolutely. But do you understand?
Right.
But wait. But I want you to understand something. You understand that Ron Paul would have no problem if the state of Maine did everything the federal government did. If they criminalized marijuana, he has no problem with that. It is perfectly within his ideology that the state would have the right to do that.
Do you know much about the history of prohibition and of alcohol in our country? If you look at that,
well, I watched Boardwalk Empire. If that's what you mean.
Check out, if you check out my blog, allthehypocrisy.com.
Yes, I know your blog.
I've said some.
All right, but
you ever read that, Sammy?
On occasion, but dude, just what's the point? I mean, if the point is that people are supporting Ron Paul because of the war on drugs, I think that's definitely got to be part of it. My sense is that the biggest change between Ron Paul 2008 and Ron Paul 2012, in terms of what I think he is promoting, the biggest change, it seems to me, is not necessarily the war on drugs, but that within the Republican Party there is a more war weariness. Now, I haven't seen data, so I could be wrong, and I agree with you. The war on drugs is stupid. It is a waste of resources. Pot is in no way dangerous. I'm a fan of pot. But
it's safe for the booze, right, Sam?
You can vote for Ron Paul.
Can I say something?
And he can become president, and the drug laws would simply change from a federal offense to a state offense under his worldview.
If the government wasn't engaging in these heinous acts against people, if it wasn't saying that potheads were second-class citizens, there'd be a lot less libertarians.
I think. Listen, Jimmy. All right, listen. I gotta go because we're not getting anywhere with this. I agree with you.
I disagree, Sam. We're getting somewhere, and if you listen and talk to me more, we'll get further. But I can go too. I'm regretful that you don't understand how important the issue is. But
I know the issue is important, but you understand that Ron Paul will not end a prohibition against marijuana. Ron Paul will.
I don't worship people. I don't care about Ron Paul.
Okay.
I care about the issues.
I understand.
The issues are what matter.
Okay. We agree on the issue, though. We agree on it. You want me to think that it's the overriding issue of everything. I don't necessarily agree with that. But I agree with you that we should, but I believe that the only way that we can legitimately decriminalize marijuana is through the federal government. And that is exactly opposed to what Ron Paul says. Understand that.
Well,
it is exactly. Do you understand that
details? That's fine, but you got to understand that the more you get into all these little details, you miss the main point.
Well,
and, you know what? I'll talk
here's
to you
the
later
point,
about it sometime if you want. But
all right.
I don't know if you can handle it, brother. I don't know if you can handle my skills, my friend.
No, well, I'll tell you what, Jimmy. We will definitely talk about this again.
All right, buddy.
But
you got it.
All right. When is a detail that we shouldn't really bother ourselves with? It's very frustrating.
Can you imagine if, like, 49 states let alcohol be legal, but there was that one state that said that alcohol couldn't be legal?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Say you go to New Jersey and you can't get alcohol there because they've made it illegal.
Exactly.
And you've accidentally brought a bottle of wine from New York into New Jersey, and now you are arrested.
Well, I mean,
or fined or whatever.
Just the black market that would evolve there. I mean, it would be. And this is the problem with Ron Paul's libertarianism. He's not, and his whole argument about civil liberties. Under a Ron Paul ideology, states could curtail your civil liberties. And the market would have to figure it out. Well, you just move to a different state. Fantasyland. Fantasyland.